Rainy Martin was heavily devastated by the cheating Monica did with his father, my very own father, and my girl that I cared so much. My girl who became my world. How could I ever forget and forgive? If only I saw the red flag early. Oh, you're so good at fooling me, Monica Hicks. You're so good at playing me. And now here I am again, a lost Monique falling for me. What a fudge. Do I look like an easy prey to be fooled? Again, why me? Why me? Why?
Meanwhile, at the Morrison Group auditing office, Ingrid's colleague, Eric, was telling her how much he wanted to know Ariane. Perhaps you can make a way to introduce us.
Ingrid smiled and said, I'll see what I can do, Eric. I'm meeting her in her workplace at lunchtime. You can come with me.
At lunchtime, Eric was introduced to Ariane. Would you like to join us for dinner before I drop you off at home? Eric asked.
I'd love to, Eric, but I have some urgent work. Mr. Morrison may call me tonight for some overtime work, so I need to get home soon, Ariane said.
I understand, but we won't take much of your time, I promise. Eric insisted.
Eric brought the two ladies in a fancy restaurant and had great time together talking about anything under the sun and had fun until the running joke would inevitably end with the three of them laughing to tears. While Eric drove them to the hostel after dinner, Ariane asked Eric if he still lived with his parents since he always eat out and now has to treat them to dinner.
I lost my parents when I was about to finish my degree. My dad was killed while on duty, and my mom, she couldn't accept what happened to my dad, and her health slowly deteriorated. She died without knowing the truth of my father's mysterious death.
Ariane and Ingrid felt sad. Silence stood among them until they reached the hostel. Poor guy, I wished I never asked. I think I opened a closed wound, Ariane thought sadly.
Once they got inside their room, Ingrid asked, Hey, are you really having overtime? I thought we'll push through our plans.
Then Ariane laughed and said, Of course we'll push through. I only said that to Eric so we could start without hindrances. Ariane and Ingrid started their journey to the Rich Heights villa. They came upon an old mansion, dark and eerie. Ariane looked at the facade of the mansion, looking for a way where she could get in unnoticed. She told Ingrid to wait for her at the bus stop so Ariane could easily make an entry. Ingrid got angry because she cannot leave her friend alone. Once again they argued, until Ariane pleaded, We are just wasting our time arguing. You would only slow me down, Ingrid. I promise I'll get out alive. You're not helping at all with your fears and worries, please.
Ingrid stopped bickering when she realized she would only ruin Ariane's plan, so she said, My dear friend, promise me that you wouldn't die on me. I'll stand by for your call as soon as you're outside. Promise me, Ariane.
Ariane was in tears that she hugged Ingrid and said, I promise to be back unharmed. Ariane sneaked in at the dark spot of the old mansion, and because of her agility, not one of the guards noticed her movement. She saw the stairs leading to the living area going up to the bedrooms. She felt confident of finding the bedroom where her sister was taken forcibly. She had memorized the map she drew, so she knew she'd get there. Ariane entered the bedroom and it was in disarray, as if someone was using it. She knew this was Monica's room, for the wall display was the same as it was shown in the article. She was still standing when she heard footsteps and voices along the hallway coming towards this room. Ariane quickly looked around and saw one of the closet's doors Louvre. She ran and opened it to see trench coats hanging by the hangers. She felt relieved and quickly slid inside and fixed the coats for cover. While in the closet hiding, she saw a lady dragged inside the room, helplessly weak and crying.
Following behind her was a masked man entering the room and said, You can leave the captive with me now.
Ariane was terrified at the man hiding in a mask, fearing for the lady whom she heard the word captive from him.
Who are you? Have I wronged you that you have to treat me this way? What have I done? Tell me, and please, set me free, now.
You did nothing wrong to me, so I'll set you free? The masked man said angrily then. He laughed. Ha 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 ha. You did nothing wrong to me, Jesse, but your boyfriend did. I almost died, Jesse, and I am not the same person anymore. You both ruined me.
Put you to the brink of death? You must be Josh, aren't you? Why hide in that mask? You molested me, Josh. It was your fault that things turned sour. You provoked him, but you survive. What good is revenge then? Don't do this.
The masked man pushed Jessie on the floor and she started to scream, begging and crying, but the masked man didn't listen, nor merciful to her summons of tears. Then silence stood still, and Ariane, who saw what the masked man did, cried for her. Will Jessie survive her ordeal with the masked man? Will Ariane be able to get out from her hiding place? Part 14 follows.